Honestly, this has been literally a real ride up to this point. It's truly been a God thing. I have not ridden a bike seriously since high school, and in high school I loved bike riding. I rode for miles. Of course, I was in Michigan. It was flat. It was a lot easier. And over the past year, honestly, something's just been nagging at me. I kept saying to my husband, I really want to get back into road biking. I really want to get a bike. And I pestered him so much that for my birthday in November, we went down and picked out a new bike, and thought it was great. And I guess it was in January, I got the postcard in the mail from the CRC about the bike tour. It said, "Are you in?" And I looked at it, and it was like, in a movie, The Holy Grail. It was like, oh! It just electrified me. I was like, wow. But the whole tour was 9 weeks, and there was just no way I could do that. So I threw it in the garbage, but it stayed in there, and I was reading the banner later, and the banner explained that you could elect to do just a leg of it, not the whole thing. I was like, wow, cool. So anyway, there were a whole bunch of obstacles I had to overcome, and one by one, none of them seemed to get in the way, so before I knew it, I was in. So, but the why I'm doing this is really a twofold. It's the why and the what. And the why, obviously, is to raise awareness and money for poverty, and that's, our pastor Andy Seitzman did a sermon series recently about justice issues, and just really spoke to me that God's heart is all about justice, and if we love him, we should love that too. So that's really a big thing. And the what, the bike riding was just a no-brainer. What a thrill it's going to be. So the two things together are what's making me do it. If it was a chess championship for poverty, I wouldn't be doing it, but it's riding a bike for poverty. So it's going to be really cool. We really appreciate all your support.
Okay, I used to ride pretty seriously in college, so not many years away from you. But and 3 years ago, I bought a new bike too, thinking I was going to get into it, and then proceeded to get pregnant with my third child, and haven't really ridden since then. So this bike is sort of not used very much. So I also was interested in the biking part, but again, the obstacles, being a mother of 3 kids, both of us, and just running our own businesses, and time-wise, being away from them for 2 weeks and just preparing for that seemed overwhelming. I think what really pushed me over the edge, I only had a week to decide this, by the way, when I found out about it, was a blog from another rider that I had read, just checking things out, and it had said, no matter what, God will provide. No matter the obstacle, God will provide. And that I actually printed it out on a big piece of paper in color and stuck it on my desk and thought about it for the next day until I had to sign up. I also realized that, as I was talking to my husband about this, mercy is not high on my gift list. I actually teach about spiritual gifts in our church, and mercy is probably down there with speaking in tongues for me, and or interpreting. And even though I don't have a gift, one of the things that we teach people is that it doesn't give you an excuse for behavior if you're not high on the gift list. And I realized that I don't have an excuse for not having a heart for people that God has a heart for. And I realize if I'm going to spend all this time training and all of this time being away from my family and the money that it's going to cost and fundraising and stuff, that I'm praying that God will use that to change my heart, to make me softer towards the needs of people right around me, or the needs of people in another country. And that's what's really exciting to me, is that the money that's going to be raised is not just for Africa or India or other countries. It is for right here too, and things that are going on, maybe in our own backyards, and that's where it's really neat. So thank you very much.